Hi, just one more, I swear, and then I'll take a break for a couple of days. I just wanted to share with you some things that I have done to a couple of my notebooks because I thought it was fun, and just sometimes when I see stuff, it's super inspiring. After you see what I've done, you'll know whose videos I've been watching if you watch Filofax videos at all. If you don't know whose they are, I will link the YouTube channel for you down here because she's fabulous. I love her videos, and she's incredibly inspiring. So the other day, I did the video and I talked about the notebook that I carry. And then I had already watched a bunch of decorating videos, but I watched this particular person's, and after I watched them, I was really inspired because I really liked her stuff. And so I came home and I did this. And it's really cool. I'm going to show you what I did. Um, I wish that I had distress ink to do things like this, but I don't. And I need to pick some up, but I didn't. I'm so sorry. I should be prepared, and I was not, and I don't know why. I didn't have distress ink, but I'm going to show you what this is. If you don't already have some Derwent pencils of some kind, do yourself a favor and go to Dick Blick right now and order some. They are fantastic. This is the Graphitint. So these are tinted graphite pencils, and they're water soluble. So after you use them and you hit them with water, then the graphite dissolves, and what you're left with is the tint. And they also get much more bold. So when you put them on something, they're going to look very muted colors, and then you hit them with water and you get, I mean, there's a good example right there of this is the color that it, gosh darn it, this is the color that it was, and then when you hit it with water, this is what it turns. And I use those, and I use the tinted charcoal. The Graphitint works better, but the tinted charcoal also turned out to be water soluble and did some really pretty effects too. So what I did was take the pencil and color all the way around the edges, and then I hit it with a brush with water. And you can use I used two things. I used the little brush pens. This one actually came with a bottle of Noodler's ink, but you can get these from jetpens.com in different nib sizes. I don't know what this is, probably a fine nib brush tip. And I also used a paintbrush just dipped in water. And then somebody had posted this on Twitter, and it was just a little flower poem thing. I don't know if you saw this. It talked about dandelions and stuff, and I can't for the life of me remember who posted it. But I thought it was so cute, I printed it out at work, but don't tell my boss I was printing stuff out at work. It came out with a weird gray background. I didn't like the color of the background, so I did the same thing with one of those Graphitint pencils, and I colored it and then just dissolved it in water. So this is one of the sea blue colors or whatever. This one was a little bit different. It was a grayish color. And then these are the charcoal, the tinted charcoal pencils. And you can see that down here, this was a pink color, I think. I don't know what that was. I was trying to get that sepia aged tone. This one came out a little bit better. And then I just put some washi tape and then covered the washi tape. This washi tape that I bought is not particularly sticky, so I covered it with some packing tape, and I like the way that kind of makes the pages feel anyway. I did the same thing with this poem. I covered it, that's just packing tape, and I like the way it makes the pages feel anyway. And then on this page, this was one of the papers, it's some of that paper that kids learn to write on. We have a whole whack of that left from when the kids were younger. And this is what I was using, obviously, between the pages, and I liked the way this came out from what I was using under these other pages. So I just cut that up, washi taped it in, and there I have just another little added page in my journal. And I love it when you add pages like that. It's almost like a secret compartment or something, and I love that idea, which I know probably makes me really bizarre. It's alright. It's all good. It takes all kinds, right? So anyway, I finished those, and then I did it in the Midori as well. I got out the craft paper insert and put it in here, and I did the same thing in this. I already had this page, and this is one of those little glassine envelopes. I packing taped this and covered it. This is what comes with your Midori when you get it. This is just one of those glassine envelopes. I package taped down the edges, and I had a couple of fortunes that were cool a long time back. And then when you turn the page, it makes that great crinkle sound because that glassine envelope and the packing tape. And then I did these two pages. This is the Graphitint, and these came out really well. I'm very pleased with these. It just came out better on this, or different on this paper, because it's already the craft paper, so it already has more of an aged look. This was a burgundy-ish one. You can see that's real pink looking. And then So this kind of gives me that feeling of decorating pages without having stickers and stuff all over them, which is, I'm not fond of having stickers all over my pages. There's the next 2 pages. This was also Graphitint. I used all Graphitint in this one, and this one was a purple Graphitint. I think it's the aubergine. And so that's set. So once it's set with water, I mean, unless you add more water to it, unless it gets wet again, it's not going to go anywhere. If it gets wet again, it is going to run. So if you choose to do this and you think you're going to re-wet the pages or they're going to get wet, there's a chance that they're going to get wet, and you're putting any other media on there, understand that if it gets wet again, that color that still remains will run. So just be aware of that. This is a much better idea to do with, like I said, those Tim Holtz Distress inks. Now, I don't know how permanent those inks are after they dry and then they get re-wetted. I don't know how permanent those are, but this would be a better idea to do with those, but I don't have them, and all I had was the Graphitint and the charcoal, but I like it nonetheless, and I like the look. So anyway, just some ideas about adding some fluff to your journals and some different things. And that's all I wanted to share with you. Just fun stuff. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.